What's going on, guys? T-Mart here, and today I'm going to continue my coverage of all of the new micro DLC in Call of Duty Ghosts. In this video, we're taking a look at the Captain Price Legend Pack, which is one of the coolest pieces of DLC we've had to date, and I can't wait to show you guys it. Also, I just uploaded 2 other videos just now, so make sure you guys check those out. One covers all of the new camos, and the other one covers all of the new character skins that you can get. So, anyway, the Captain Price Legend Pack, what's going on here? Well, it's available on everything for $3.99, so it is a little bit more expensive than the other options that you have that came out today, but it is Captain Price, you know, one of the most influential and most badass heroes of all of Call of Duty history. So it's pretty cool. And some of you guys might not actually know who Captain Price is. If you don't, it's from Call of Duty 4. He was your captain. He was just one of the most badass dudes you'll ever see. So if you guys haven't played the COD 4 campaign, you should probably go pick it up from GameStop for like 20 bucks and play it, because it's an amazing game either way, and you can't call yourself a Call of Duty fan unless you play that game. But anyway, talking about this pack, what do you get for your $4? Well, you get a character skin of Captain Price, you get a weapon camo, you get a custom reticle for your, red dot sights and things like that, and then you also get a custom player background, player card, and patch, and all of it's themed around Captain Price. So, starting off with the character skin, as you can see right here, this is him. This is beautiful, man. It almost brought a tear to my eye. No, I'm just kidding, but it is good to see his face again. So, yeah, you can play as Captain Price as your multiplayer character, and actually one of the more interesting things about the skin that I noticed is when you're not looking at yourself, but, you're actually using him and you're holding the gun and stuff, his arm, the left arm, is like a bare, white, pale arm. So it's like, I'd never really noticed how weird that would be, because all the other soldiers that you use have like ghillie suits on or some sort of long sleeve, kind of vest or something like that, but Captain Price just has bare arms, so it's kind of weird to see that little pale thing flailing around when you're throwing grenades and stuff, but it is pretty cool. Now, moving on, the weapon camo. So the weapon camo is a bunch of his faces, but they're, like really zoomed in, and it's kind of hard to make out what it is, especially in a lot of weapons. Like right here, the AK-12, you can kind of see it because it's got a lot of real estate on the side of the gun. There's a lot of space for camo, but in other weapons where there's not quite as much, skin or surface of the gun for the camo to go on, you can't really tell what's going on. So I think it's more of just like a white, black, and red camo than anything else. Sometimes you will be able to make out his face, but for the most part, it's a little bit more, convoluted. You can't really tell what's going on. So I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. It depends on what you think. But yeah, that is the weapon camo. Now, next up, your custom reticle. I must ask you guys, what would you want to see for your custom reticle with Captain Price? A mustache. God, that was so lame. But yeah, with your custom reticle, you've got a mustache, a red mustache right here, which is pretty cool. It's kind of like a cliche thing. Like, it's not actually practical, but it is going to be fun to use. It's going to be fun to mess around with. So that is your custom reticle you get. And then finally, this is all of it put together. You can see we've got the character skin right here. We've got his background up. We've got the player card up, and we've got the patch up. And all of it, again, is themed around Price. So yeah, there you guys have it. That is the Captain Price Legend Pack. $3.99 is a little bit more than I would typically like to spend on something that's, strictly cosmetic and doesn't really help your game at all. But it is, it's pretty cool. I do like it. If you guys are a fan of the old series and stuff and you know who Price is, it's probably worth it. But again, that's totally up to you. But you could say that the Price Pack is a little bit pricey. Oh man, the puns have got to go. All right, I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out the other 2 videos I just uploaded covering all the new camos in the game, which is absolutely epic, and then all the new character skins that have also come out as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Catch you all later. Peace out.